Hey guys, this is my first scary video, and today we're gonna be watching three scary animations. So let's get into it. The first one we're gonna see is three creepy true Ouija board and horror stories animated by Horror Shorts Party. Shout out to him, and let's get into it. Let's get into it. Hope you guys like it, and let's do this.
My YouTube channel Somber Reads in the link below. If you haven't already, I narrate terrifying horror stories, so be sure to check it out as I post almost every single day.
I know you have so many videos. No wonder, motherfucker. Damn.
Anyway, on
Wait, what? Wait. Fallen Shore was inspired by Lowe's based on the actual event or Lucas person. Yeah.
also had a kid of his own, which was his 20-year-old daughter Sarah. I moved into his house, and the three of us lived together quite happily, and even had a dog named Arlo. Everything was great, but that all changed one night when the three of us went to see a movie. We saw a cheesy horror flick about an Ouija board. It was scary, but I didn't think it was that good. Paul, however, was oddly enamored by the concept.
If he's in it, I bet he's gonna buy the Luigi board. On God, bitches.
All I knew is that a few days later, Paul came home with an Ouija board.
Do it. I knew it. I knew that dumbass will buy that Luigi board. I knew it.
That
No, my truck is fine. I'm making a video, that's why. Sorry guys, I'm back. And I knew it. He would buy the Luigi board.
evening, me and Sarah entertained Paul's fixation on the Ouija board and held a phony seance. Needless to say, nothing really happened, and Sarah and I never thought twice about getting the board out again. However, the same couldn't be said for Paul. He tried to hide it, but I could
He tried to hide it. I feel bad for that guy because I bet he's gonna get his ass whooped by his.
tell he was getting obsessed. He would crawl out of bed in the middle of the night.
That's not creepy at all.
Then I'd find him in the dining room alone with
And that's not also creepy at
the
all.
Ouija board, mumbling and asking it questions. Whenever I asked him about it later, he always denied ever doing anything with it. I was too scared to confront him in the act.
Don't be scared, because if I was her, I would have had a gun strapped to my chest. If he tried to kill me, I would pull that out and shoot his ass.
As I didn't know how he would react if I interrupted him. And ever since Paul started messing with that board, weird creepy shit started happening in the house.
No wonder.
I couldn't tell if I was getting in my own
Oh, hey. You want a drink?
head. But even when I was the only person in the house, I no longer felt alone. Then, one morning, things took a disturbing turn for the worse. Our dog Arlo suddenly went missing. Paul said he must have ran away, but that didn't feel like something Arlo would ever do. We went looking for him all day, calling animal shelters and posting on Facebook to see if anyone had found him, but we didn't have any luck. That night, the pressure that had been building between Paul and I finally blew up in our faces.
God, I can't do this anymore. We've been looking for hours.
What? There's still daylight left. Are you just gonna give up? I knew you didn't care about Arlo.
Okay. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do to his ass if he ever does that.
You let him out, didn't you?
I did not. I love him just as much as you do. I'm just tired.
I bet you were sick of taking care of him, so you...
No, you know what I think? I bet you killed his ass and dumped him in the woods. That's what I think, since you're possessed ass.
pawned him off to someone else.
Maybe talk to your possessed girlfriend and the Ouija board.
How much money did you get for my dog, huh?
Create a voiceover using your own voice. Customize with AI to fit any story. And connect with your audience at scale. Try voices now.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry.
Now, something in common you and me have, we both use web browsers every day. So why are you stuck using the lame ones? Oh.
Shut up! I didn't sell him! Maybe it had something to do with you using that damn Ouija board. That's right. I've seen you up all night summoning evil shit into the house.
You've been spying on me?
What else I'll be doing? Sleeping? Hell no. If you bring some demon shit, I'm gonna be watching your ass.
You bitch.
After our fight, Paul took the Ouija board and locked himself in the bedroom, leaving me to sleep on the couch. Luckily, Sarah slept in the living room with me. I think with everything that was
That's
happening,
good.
she didn't feel safe enough to sleep alone either. It stormed and poured all night. Then in the morning, we went outside to find the rainwater had flooded the street in front of our house. Apparently, one of the drains had gotten clogged. But when workers from the city showed up to clear it, they found something that still sends chills down my spine. They found Arlo's dead body in there. It didn't take long to connect it back to Paul. He said the spirits from the Ouija board told him he had to take the dog out the night before. Then he hid the body in the storm drain. Paul was arrested and went to jail. Afterwards, I felt sick to my stomach. I wanted to get rid of that goddamn Ouija board. It took a few weeks, but eventually, the curiosity got the better of us. Sarah and I took out and held the same kind of seance as before. We asked it questions about Paul and Arlo, but nothing made sense until we asked it about ourselves and what we should do in this situation. The board's answer was very simple. D-I-E. Naturally, we felt the most logical response would be to burn the demonic piece of junk to ash. So we prepared up the fireplace, doused it in lighter fluid, and set it ablaze among the pile of firewood. Sarah and I were still sleeping in the living room then, so we turned in for the night as we watched the board slowly burn. Sometime later, I woke up to the smell of smoke. That's when I opened my eyes, only to find that Sarah and I were both standing up in front of the fireplace, staring at the Ouija board, while the entire house was burning down around us. We both screamed at each other in terror. It was the last and only thing we were able to do before we passed out from the smoke. Later on, I woke up in the hospital. We both miraculously survived, but we had lost our house and everything in it. Not only that, but the police didn't believe us, and now they're charging us with arson. I don't know what kind of black magic that infernal board is imbued with, but it destroyed my entire family. This is downright one of the most disintuitive evil. Mother. My mom was always either working or sleeping, so I barely saw her. That meant I had to take care of myself most of the time. Aside from Witt's abandoned house not too far away from the school, the house was just a dusty, decaying place that had boarded up windows, and happened to be a great place for us to hang out at. One day, Leo and I skipped school. That's when he took out some candles along with an Ouija board, and said he wanted us to play with it. Neither of us even bothered to read the instructions before we started messing around with it like we'd seen in the movies. All we did was ask it some stupid questions. I remember jokingly asking it if Leo's sister was going to Haktua me off, and it said yes. I was sure that would cause Leo to get fed up with the whole Ouija board gimmick, but he didn't seem fazed at all. I guess he already knew his sister was for the streets, but more so, I realized he was genuinely interested in the Ouija board. I noticed he never threw the Ouija board out either. He just kept it in the abandoned house for us to use next time around. One night, I was feeling lazy, so I never met up with Leo. I had been playing video games for hours, almost until 3 in the morning. And that's when I got a call from him. I ignored it, as well as the next few calls. I didn't want whatever he was planning. I only gave in when he FaceTimed me, not wanting to get on his bad side. I concluded using not only that, but the police didn't believe.
Oh, hungry.
Damn it, I stepped on a dead rat. I told you to be careful, dude. Now come on. I hate coming here at night. It gives me the creeps. Quit bitching. I've got it set up in here. This is ridiculous, man. Just sit down. Come on, let's just get this over with. All right. Now, would you like to ask the first question? Fine, I guess. Oh, spirits, why am I here? L. E. Oh, Leo. Ha! It knows you're here for me. Oh my god. Oh my god. It? Quiet. It's my turn. Whoa. Why do you have that? Spirits! Should I kill the non-believer sitting across from me? What? Why the hell would you ask stupid shit like that? It said yes.
What the actual fuck?
Leo?
Stay the fuck away.
Leo, stop! Stop! Ah! You're crazy!
Brothers, ladies, local.
I ran all the way home and woke my mother up to tell her what had happened. She called 911, and I went to the hospital while the cops went after Leo. They found him still in the abandoned house, clutching the knife and chanting over the bloody Ouija board like a psycho. Since then, Leo's been spending some time in the psych ward. Nobody has any idea when or if he'll ever be out. I still can't believe what that thing did to him. I keep having nightmares reliving that night. Needless to say, we aren't friends anymore, and I haven't touched an Ouija board since. This story was inspired by a downright creepy Ouija board incident that happened in 2012. A teenage male from West Laco, Texas, stabbed his longtime friend in the abdomen after playing with an Ouija board. The friend miraculously survived after a few harrowing days in intensive care. When asked why he did it, the teen said, "The Ouija board made me do it." At the time, West Laco police spokesman JP Rodriguez said he actually believed what the Ouija board advised him to do. The teen suspect, whose name was not released, pled insanity. As we got older, a lot of our friends started disappearing. Everyone called her Bunny. As we got older, a lot of our friends started disappearing from our lives, except for this one couple named Ivan and Jess. They usually hosted each other at respective places, but on this one night, we had them over because it was my birthday. We all had some drinks, did the whole birthday thing with singing and cake. Then it was time to open the gifts. Bunny's gift to me was a pair of promise rings, but unfortunately, that ended up being overshadowed by the gift that our new friends brought. It was an Ouija board. As soon as I tore off the wrapping paper and realized what I was holding, it felt like I'd been given a box of radioactive waste. Suddenly,
God, I love you. He's crazy.
All three of them were insisting that we play with it that night. I tried to
911? Yeah. They're about to play the Ouija board to kill somebody. Can you get here real quick? Thanks. Glasses are done.
explain how these things weren't meant to be played with, but it just backfired and made them even more interested in it. If it weren't for Bunny asking me to, I would never have touched the thing. We turned off all the lights in the house and gathered around the Ouija board at the
Way
dining
better.
table,
Way
seeing only
safer.
by candlelight. We put our hands together on the planchette. Then Bunny asked the first question. She asked the board to tell us what to do. Then it suddenly started moving. My stomach filled with dread as the planchette slid back and forth across the board, as if an unseen hand was guiding us. When it came to the rest, the board had spelled the word carnival. A moment later, someone blurted out the question.
Where?
Without missing a beat, the thing began to move again, spelling out Virginia, which was only 3 states away from us. But it was just a body in the mix as the questions kept flying, and the answers kept getting worse and worse. Bunny asked where we would get the money to buy 3 states away from us, but it was just spelling out
Where?
kept money. When? Tonight? Or what? Death? As the last question was
911. My daughter or girlfriend's trying to kill everybody. Can you come over here, please? Thanks. Your asses are done and cooked.
asked and answered, I made a panicked attempt to talk everyone back to their senses, but by then, it was too late.
Guys, we have to stop. This is crazy. Dude, we all heard what it said. We have to do it. What? Take out a random stranger and run away to some carnival in Virginia? We're not murderers. Damn it, if we don't kill for it, then it will kill us. Don't you get it? No, this is all wrong. I need to get out of here.
Babe, wait.
Bunny, no.
Didn't you say we'd see the world together? Maybe this is how we do it.
I said we'd leave when you turned 18. Not now.
Stop being such a wimp and grow some hair on your nuts. You
Oh.
act like
Shut up, bitch. Shut up. Just zip it, put it in your pocket, or throw it away. Just zip it. Zip it. You don't know how it's like to be a boy. So shut the fuck up.
a minor.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm a
It's just,
minor?
this is really serious stuff, guys.
Don't worry about it. We're all gonna do it together. We got this. Okay, babe?
In the end, I could never say no to her. We decided to camp out on the side of a remote stretch of road not too far from a grimy biker bar. Then we waited for a straggler, the last drunk leaving the parking lot after trying to sober up. As we saw the lone biker swerving down the road, we got out of the car and started waving our hands in the middle of the road. The guy took the bait and stopped for us,
Idiot.
asking if we needed help with our car. Before anyone even pretended to answer, we rushed him. Ivan and I tackled
Yeah, I got the Glock. Now put your hands up.
him off of his bike. Then the girls duct taped his mouth shut as we held him down. We taped his arms and legs together. Then we stuffed him in the trunk of the car. We dragged his motorcycle into a ditch, hoping people would think he crashed, and got lost in the woods. Then we drove for almost an hour until we found a good place to park the car and take him into the woods where nobody would see us. We carried him until we discovered a deep hidden lake. We laid him on the shore, took everything he had, and then it was time. All four of us gripped the knife together, like how we did the planchette for the Ouija board. Then
I'm sorry. Rest in peace for
we
you.
drove it down into his heart. We dumped his body in the water, never expecting anyone to find him until we were long gone. We drove back to our friend's house in silence. Then I took Bunny home. Minute by minute, the reality of what we had done set in. By morning, all of us were petrified. Days went by. Nobody talked to each other. Nobody made plans to run away. It was only a matter of time before the cops finally came knocking. By then, we were all sick with panic and regret. None of us could keep our story straight. Once the cops told us they tracked our cell phones and connected their location to the dead bikers, we all started turning on each other, trying to throw one another under the bus to save ourselves. but it didn't work. We were all convicted for that man's untimely demise in the end. If it hadn't been for the Ouija board, Bunny and I the fairy tale ending we dreamed of, but instead, we got stuck with the nightmare. This story was inspired by a horrific accident that the four of them had been instructed by an Ouija board to leave their home in Florida and join a carnival in Virginia, and to also get the money to fund their trip by robbing and taking out a motorist, which they did. The victim was 25-year-old Knock Van Dang. Ultimately, the two couples turned against each other, which led to their arrest. All four were tried and convicted for their involvement in the slaying.
Right. Oh, damn internet. Okay, guys, thank y'all for watching and hope you like it. Bye.